I'm blind.
Hey, what's up guys, Smiley, I'm here with Freaky T. Today we're going to be reviewing the Hub2k from AAC, or Advanced Armament Co. First and foremost, shout out to AAC for sending this to us for review. We appreciate it dearly. This can was dope, but let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. This is their modern take on their legendary M4-2000 suppressor that you guys are normally used to. What they did was they took a can that everybody loved and they modernized it. They added some features to it that would benefit you as the consumer so it can be competitive in today's market. One thing that they did that was really, really nice is they made it hub compatible, which is in the name, Hub2k. That's a very big feature, and it's kind of a standard now. A lot of these companies that are using proprietary mounts don't help at all, right? Because now you have to go ahead and get that specific mount for every rifle that you have out there, and it just doesn't help. One of the biggest features of this can, aside of it being hub compatible, is what it's made out of. It's made out of Inconel, and the way that they used it. Now with technology, the way that they're doing stuff, everything's 3D printed, so this is a 3D printed Inconel can. Inconel is tough as shit. You can fire so many rounds through this. You can kind of beat the crap out of it. I believe they said they got it up to about 800 degrees Fahrenheit. We didn't get it up to that hot, but we did run the crap out of it, and like in 10 minutes it was cold to the touch. So that was a really good feature. It's something that I'm really happy about. It does add a little bit of weight to it, making it heavy. T, talk about the weight a little bit, because we mentioned that it was heavy. Go ahead and go into that.
Yeah, so the M4-2000 was originally 16 ounces, so they cut this down to 12 ounces, so that's a pretty solid weight difference, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's 6 inches in length, so you're right at the normal.
6 is enough.
Yeah, 6 is enough. Six is good.
Huge.
All right, so and then when we're talking about sound, right? So when you're shooting 5.56, you're typically around 160 decibels, which is what they use to measure sound, right? This is cutting it down to 134. Makes it hearing safe. So we shot this a bunch, both with and without ear pro. I wasn't phased.
No, I think it sounded phenomenal, right? You know, with 5.56, we get that loud snap that you normally hear. I didn't hear that with this, and you guys should be able to hear it in the audio. It is a very soft sound. It is still a gunshot going off, right? 5.56 is super hard to suppress, and there are a lot of companies that don't do it well. I think AAC knocked it out the park. Bringing it down from the 160 to 134 is what they're quoting it at the muzzle, which is really good. And it is a dedicated 5.56 suppressor. So what you guys need to know about that is you should only be able to shoot 5.56 and under, but AAC did something to kind of give you guys more, right? That's kind of their whole thing, is they want to give you more. So they bored it out to 6 millimeters. So now you can shoot 6 PRC, 6 millimeter arc, all those calibers you can shoot through this. So now you're kind of getting a little bit more than 5.56, which I think is good. And it also does something with the gas, right? So this is a traditional can. It is not advertised as a reduced back pressure. It is just a regular can, but with them boring it out to 6 mil, it does make it a little less gassier. What do you think about the gas?
Yeah, I mean, we shot everything from just trying to test the sound from, you know, sustained to rapid fire, and then we wanted to be able to give you guys a real first-hand experience that we had with how much gas it was. So, I mean, we shot rapid fire just back to back to back, trying to heat the can up, right? So we got to feel what that gas was like, and it's I wouldn't say it's non-existent. It's still minimal. It's not overpowering though.
I wasn't crying.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't crying. I could still breathe, and I didn't feel like I was being intoxicated when I left the range, right? So, I mean, we were doing a lot of moving, shooting and moving, and it was pretty windy that day. So sometimes, you know, we'd get a big rush of wind right to the face, and it was blowing all that gas right into my nose, and I was like, oh, but then I'm blind. I'm blind. And, you know, when it was calm and we were still shooting, it wasn't too bad.
No, and that's the thing about the traditional cans is you're gonna get the gas. There are people out there, shout out to my boy Jason at Classic Firearms, they're like, be a man, just eat the gas. It wasn't like that. I've shot cans on other rifles before where like it feels like you're actually chewing the gas. My Hybrid 46 from Silence & Co, when I'm shooting that on my 10.5, it's disgusting. My eyes are tearing up. It's not fun to shoot. But you did also experience something when we put it on the 12.5. You experienced what? A lot less gas. I know you had mentioned that in the video.
Yeah.
Give yourself a little bit of distance with this can. So not on a 10.5. I didn't get any blowback, dude. Nope. I mean, maybe minimal.
Yeah.
I don't want to say zero blowback and lie to somebody, but it wasn't uncomfortable at all like it was on the 10.3 or 10.5.
Yeah.
So would you say barrel length matters as far as the amount of gas you're gonna get?
You know, I don't know, because we tested it on a 12.5 and a 10.5.
Yeah.
It was pretty much the same, but we were also trying to, you know, do a first-hand review, first experience of the Victor.
The Vector, yeah, the VK1.
Yep.
Yeah, and that system also has a gas blow off. So I mean, again, with you guys will see it in the footage. The day was super windy, so you have the gas blow off working on top of the gas going back, and we were, I won't say eating a lot. It just looks like a lot on the video, but I don't think that it was gassy enough to be a problem. Just know that if you purchase this, it is going to be more gassier than your reduced back pressure cans. But all in all, I think the can performed phenomenal. We're gonna keep beating the crap out of it. You will see it in versus against other 5.56 cans, because I do think that as far as sound suppression goes, which is a lot of people's priority,
Right.
I think it did really, really well. I was very impressed by the sound of it. I was super impressed by the structural integrity and the durability of it.
Exactly. Overall, people are gonna consider those things, right? You're gonna consider sound suppression, how gassy it is, how much it weighs, and its overall length and durability, right? So I think when you're considering all of those things, it's all in one a good package, right? You got minimal blowback from the gas,
Yep.
right? It's not super heavy. The length is in your mid-range, it's 6 inches, so that's gonna be your typical go-to length if you're not looking for a short boy and you don't wanna put a 12-inch suppressor on the end of your gun, you know what I'm saying? All in all, good package.
Yeah, it checks all the boxes. So
especially at price point.
yeah, so right, when we're talking price, a lot of people don't really understand what you're paying for suppressors, but you're paying for what you're going to get. Inconel's not cheap, and then the processing of it's not cheap at all. So MSRP is $1149, which isn't super expensive. I've seen cans go upwards of what we saw, just $1,500 right now.
For a 5.56 can, yeah.
Yeah, so you can, they go up there, but you can find it also at Bauer Precision, Capital Armory, and Silent Shop for sub $900 or sub $1,000, excuse me, which is not bad. And then again, it's an investment. This is probably going to be more expensive than some of the guns that you own. The good thing about it is it's designed and created well for abuse. You can just kind of attack this can and you don't have to worry about blowing it up or it being damaged on you, which I think is a huge factor, especially if you train heavy or if you're in law enforcement and you're consistently at trainings. It's a can that you're going to get your money's worth out of.
Absolutely.
So, but that's it, guys. T, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let us know what you think about the Hub2k in the comments. You guys will be seeing more of this, like I mentioned. We're getting you ready to do some verses, so you'll be able to hear some sound clips. Let me know your take. Y'all have a good one.